To me, the removal of Article 370 was a very good move. There are some anchors who are totally committed to the Hindutva project. I'm actually very worried about, these words like majoritarianism and fascism. And he said, nobody wants to go into the Golden Temple. And I said, I can go. I wasn't scared of him.
Hello and welcome to News Laundry Interviews. Today we have with us Tavleen Singh. You've been criticized quite a bit for your U-turn on Modi.
Only fools don't change their mind. My first column against him, if you look back, is after demonetization. That's when I first began to think, oh my God, this is really, he's going off the rails. He was going to give me an interview and I put my foot in the door and he did like this and said, तुम कैसे सोच सकती थी कि ये मैंने करवाया था? कैसे लिख सकती थी?
Back to the mid-70s when you first began your reporting stint at the Statesman, I believe.
Yeah, right.
So tell us a bit about that time.
You see, women refused to do or were not allowed to do night work. The night shift they wouldn't do. They did flower shows and cinema reviews and stuff like that. Women were not allowed in those days to do much reporting. So for me, it was really straight into the fire.
What would you describe as or what would you remember as your first very big journalistic assignment?
Actually, the first interview that I ever did was with Sanjay Gandhi, the day that the Allahabad judgment came.
As someone who's seen an emergency, who's cut its teeth in journalism during that time, and of course now, what do you think of that comparison?
It actually doesn't compare because that was very straightforward. There was no journalism allowed at all. There was proper press censorship. Whereas what you see now is...
let's come to Sonia Gandhi.
I think actually that she has been a remarkably successful politician.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody can take that away from her. Her fault has been...
But do you think Congress would survive without the Gandhis, the most famous?
Oh, I think that it would have survived very easily.
There's a column that Shekhar Gupta wrote on, on the print, in fact, on Bhindranwale's death anniversary, saying that no journalist could ever openly contest what he said, Bhindranwale, and argued with him, except to varying degrees, two journalists. The first was our very own Tavleen Singh. How did you meet him? What was that interaction like?
I was away from journalism for 2 years and I came back and I joined the Telegraph. I discovered that no one had interviewed Bhindranwale. So I said to my bureau chief, I said, why aren't we interviewing this man? And he said, nobody wants to go into the Golden Temple. And I said, I can go. I wasn't scared of him. He sort of answered most of the questions, quite freely. Until I said, I hear that you've taken a lot of money from the Congress party to do what you're doing. And then, he suddenly all the guns, the only time that I felt that, he could have killed us was when...
What do you think of today when words like Khalistani are just thrown around so loosely, especially we've seen over the last 1 year?
It's a very stupid thing that they do. It's like...
Especially I'm talking about television media and owners and proprietors and big editors, star anchors. What explains the near total alignment with the current government? You think it's ideological, that they genuinely believe in Modi and they feel that, okay, finally this is a government that they believe in? Or is it just market, that this is the flavor of the times?
No. I think there are some anchors. I'm not going to name them, but you probably know exactly who I'm talking about, who are ideologically totally committed to the Hindutva project.
In India, the bigger problem of majoritarianism is Hindutva. So a lot of our focus as journalists or commentators is going to be about what Hindutva can do to India and where that could lead us down, because that's majoritarianism.
I'm actually very worried about, these words like majoritarianism and fascism and all that. My son likes to throw them around. And I think you need to be a bit careful.
To watch the full unedited interview, you have to subscribe to News Laundry and pay to keep news free. Because when the public pays, the public is served. We depend on you and not on advertisers. So go to www.newslaundry.com/subscription and subscribe and get all our unedited interviews, our special video shows, comics, and everything that's behind the paywall. Remember, to subscribe to News Laundry, you pay just about 10 rupees a day. That's less than, well, no, a cigarette. And smoking is injurious to health. So subscribe and watch the full interview.